بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he says, if Allah loves a person, He uses him. He uses her. The Sahaba said, oh Rasulullah, what do you mean if Allah wants good or loves a person, He uses them? He says, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi salatu wa sallam, يوفقه لعمل صالح قبل موته ثم يقبضه عليه. He makes it easy and possible for that person to do a great act of worship in which at that moment Allah will order for their soul to be taken away from them. So they will die upon an act of worship. There's a sister who passed away in a poor village, and she was an old lady, like the age of our grandmothers. And then when she passed away, the lady who was responsible of washing the dead bodies in this place, she came to her and she found something strange. And wallahi, this is a true story. Second hand, I'm telling you this story, second hand. The one who said is Sheikh Muhammad Hassan, personally experiencing this. Then the lady calls Sheikh Muhammad. He said, Sheikh Muhammad, there's something strange of seeing, this is not normal. He said, what's going on? He said, the lady who passed away, she's wearing her clothes and everything, normal, but she has her right hand over her left hand. And my question to you, oh Sheikh, because when they want to wash the body, they have to take all the clothes off, and they have to wrap her with a shroud, kafan. So she said, Ya Sheikh, should I force her hands away from her, and then take her clothes off, and then wash her, and then cover her with a shroud? He said, are there any of her family members around her? She said, yes. He said, please pass the phone to them. She said, okay. Here is her sister. He talks to her sister. Assalamu alaikum ya Shaykh. Wa alaikum assalam. I have a question for you. Go ahead. Are you her sister? Yes, I am. Do you know what was the last thing she did? She says, yes, I know what was the last thing she did. She was praying. And as she was praying, that's when she passed away. And she used to always love praying. And whenever she had time to pray, she would stand up and pray for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. 2 quick short rakahs. So Shaykh Muhammad said, Sadaqti, you have definitely said the truth. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says in an authentic hadith, ما من عبد مات على شيء إلا بعثه الله عليه. Or كما قال Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. There's no person here that dies upon something except that Allah will resurrect you upon it. Whatever you die upon, you will be resurrected on the day of judgment upon it. So if you died doing something haram, if you died under the blanket talking to the opposite gender in an inappropriate way, you will be resurrected in a way that we all can tell that you died in this horrible fashion. Had you died in a great way, praying Qiyamul Layl at night when no one notices, you will be resurrected, and someone all the way from Africa would tell that you died upon praying. You would be embarrassed if one person exposed you. Then imagine if billions and billions of people. He said, you have said the truth, definitely. Allah will resurrect the person upon what they die upon. And Ibn Kathir says, Allah the most generous, beautiful statement. I hope I translate it properly. He said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the generous Al-Kareem, He made it as a habit, as a sunnah and methodology of Allah, that whatever you live upon, you will die upon. And whatever you die upon, you will be resurrected upon. So then the Shaykh could not help out of this joy. He told her, listen, do not take off her hands. Bring some scissors, cut her cloth, gently and with caution. Wash her body, then cover her with a kafan and the shroud, and do not take her hands away from each other as if in the state of praying. She said, okay. 2 hours later, the lady calls him back. She said, Ya Shaykh, fatwa law samaht. Give us a fatwa, another question, I want an answer from you. He said, Bismillah, go ahead. She said, oh Shaykh, out of all the bodies that I've washed in my life, there's something strange in this case. He said, what is it? He said, the kafan, the shroud, the white cloth which we wrap the dead people with, she has an excess of 1.5 meters. Something not normal. When you go buy a large shirt, for example, it never ever goes up to your ankles. It doesn't make any sense. So the kafan which she has covered her up, and there's 1.5 meters extra. He said, give me here, sister. He talked to her sister, and look at the knowledge of the Shaykh, the ilm and the wisdom which he had. Look at the question which he asked. He asked her sister, Ya ukhti, did your sister have any special dua? Something specific she used to always repeat? She said, yes, she had a dua. And can I say in Arabic? Dua, not common. The Prophet never said it. I don't think the Prophet ever said this dua word by word. Strange dua. She said, yeah, she used to make a dua kind of strange, but she used to always make it. What was it? 3 components of the dua. Rabbi sturni fi dunya. Oh Allah, conceal me. Oh Allah, protect my modesty and shame. Look at the hayat she had, the hayat she had. Oh Allah, cover me and conceal me from the sins I had, and don't expose me in this life. Wasturni fil akhirah. Wazid fi kafani. Strange. And increase in the length of the cover of my kafan, of my shroud. Subhanallah. The Shaykh said, she asked Allah for a ziyada, and Allah gave it to her. She was modest. Allahu Akbar. She was modest. She was full of shame and haya. The most beautiful character in the sister. The most beautiful character in the sister, the one with haya. The second fruit which we will talk about. The fruit of angels descending upon you. Allah will allow the angel to descend upon you. Allah says, بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم
إن الذين قالوا ربنا الله ثم استقاموا تتنزل عليهم الملائكة ألا تخافوا ولا تحزنوا وأبشروا بالجنة التي كنتم توعدون نحن أولياؤكم في الحياة الدنيا وفي الآخرة ولكم فيها ما تشتهي أنفسكم ولكم فيها ما تدعون نزلا من غفور رحيم.
Allah says, إن الذين قالوا ربنا الله ثم استقاموا. What happens? تتنزل عليهم الملائكة. Angels will descend and talk to you. Wallahi, they will talk to you. When will they talk to you? There are 2 opinions. First opinion, on your deathbed. Just like how we said about Umar ibn Abdul Aziz. Angels will come and they will talk to you. They will talk to you one by one. You will see them. You will understand their language. You will converse with them and you will talk with them. You will hear back. And when you see these angels, you'll be like, who are you guys? Who are you beautiful faces that whenever I see, I feel a sense of comfort? You're the kind of face that when I see, I can tell you have something good to tell me. You have something good to share. Smiling. Rasulullah ﷺ says that their face are like the sun, the beauty of the sun and the glowing of the sun. They have a shroud from Jannah with the musk of Jannah, the smell of Jannah. So what would they say? نحن أولياؤكم في الحياة الدنيا وفي الآخرة. We are your supporters in this dunya and the hereafter. We're the ones that will protect you. We are your assistants. We are our supporters, our friends. You are our friend. And we are your friends. All of these people, the Prophet said, you will see the angels as far as your eye can see. You can see the GM Tower had you go up high. Very far, kilometers, 10 kilometers or more away from this place. And you can see it. Imagine seeing this many angels this far. Beautiful angels.